Jerky's Minion asks, how much money do we need to pull together to make Sam fight an adult silverback gorilla in a zoo?
I mean,
Thing is, aren't the gorillas
like?
No, but Sam, aren't they famously supposed to be like mad pacifists or something? Like, wouldn't you just fuck it up, basically?
No, mate, a fucking silverback.
I thought they were all like pacifists, like, oh,
yeah,
like,
it would be until I started hitting it. But even if it was a chill gorilla, how chill's it gonna be when I start hitting it? He's not gonna. He's like, all right, it was funny before, but now you start to annoy me. Limbs gone.
All I'm saying is that Harambe guy went down way too easily for me. It was like that fucking Conor McGregor versus Cowboy Cerrone.
But anyway, so there's no amount.
It's out of nowhere, is it?
No amount.
Not for a
fucking Harambe in the question.
Mate. That's a fucking 8,000-1 long shot, mate.
A bear.
Vegas wouldn't even put odds on it. A bear. Anything fucking less evil? A bear and a gorilla.
Shark.
Oh, on land?
What's the point of that you had to me?
Well,
he's already dead, isn't it?
So
how much would they have to pay him to fight a beach shark that can't even move or anything? Oh, well, a lot of that 10 grand.
Still risky.
Really anything.
Shark will go for you, mate. Can't get too close.
No, in the water. Mate,
how is it going to fight in a fucking shark just on water even? Oh, don't get too close.
Yeah.
For that.
You ain't...
Right, so what you want to know is how much money do they have to pay you to poke a stick into a shark?
Tell you the riskiest animal I go for. Crocodile.
This has become a shit question, hasn't it?
I'd wrestle a crocodile. I'd do a crocodile. How much for a crocodile? I don't know. Steve Irwin made it look pretty easy, mate. I'd say 2 mil.
All right, what about
but it's a fight, right? You're not just getting on its back and holding it.
But once you
got to put him to sleep.
Once I've got full mount, I'll take his eyes out. I don't know.
You have to put him to sleep, like that's all I'm saying.
Sleep. So now I've got to KO a crocodile from dinosaur times. Is that even possible? Can you KO a crocodile?
I don't know. Give it a go. All
right.
Anyway,
I'll give it a go. But there's got to be a time limit on the rounds. I got to win by decision as well.
Yeah. We'll get it all. We'll sanction it. Sun-made raisins. Who would make the better casting duo?
Oh, come on. Who's this?
Who would make the better casting duo? Vince and a gorilla.
It's always Vince, isn't it? I know.
Right, Vince and a gorilla, or Jason Moses, I assume, and that German caterpillar from A Bug's Life.
Well, you've got to give Vince a speaking gorilla at least, make it even.
Mate,
like, what's a
famous
movie?
But if it's a speaking gorilla, it just wins.
Well, he's got to speak in German caterpillar, mate. He's got to talk insect.
Yeah, but I think that's the point, innit? I mean, it wouldn't be without. Like, if it was like a good, nice gorilla, like Coco, that gorilla that was mates with Robin Williams, right? And it could like do sign language and like it got into it and beat its chest and all that.
It was
stuff.
rough when it did that thing, and it was like, Robin, why you steal my jokes? And put the bitch down. Put it down.
So yeah, obviously the more entertaining one is Vince and the gorilla. I'd watch that all day. I'd just like to see Vince being around. I'd just like to see Vince. Gorilla. No, listen. I hope Vince doesn't take this the wrong way because I love him. But like, I'd just like to see Vince thrown in a cage with gorillas and just see how he handles it. No, like assuming he doesn't die, obviously, because that would make me very sad indeed. But like, he gets out and it's all good, but he's just shitting himself the entire time. I think it'd be brilliant.
Yeah, you'd have to have a trainer there or something with a blow dart ready, just in the knock,
That'd just be so much banter, like just Vince. Oh, fucking hell, man! It's baring its teeth at me, man.
I'll no longer work with gorillas again. Probably just be saying that over and over again.
Why are you a cunt? I just don't get it. Why are you gonna be a cunt? It's so mental how much of a cunt you are. Like you always manage to raise the bar as well. Like just no need. Anyway, yeah. So I'd rather watch Vince and the gorilla personally. But anyway, let's just move on. Let's just muddle through this awful segment. That definitely won't be in the VOD. So Taco's tweet was it's some of the most ridiculous childishness, and it had to come from Taco. Remember, this is a man who insisted tournaments change their rules because he is too vain to admit he's going bald. Like, bitch made. You are bitch made. You thought it was bad on Twitter. You're fucking bitch made. I embraced going bald. Actually, in my head, I don't
buy the numbers, whatever it is, 14 or whatever. I can already tell.
Right? Absolute bitch made. So,
You already know what's in there. So.
Yeah, you're right.
Hello, fans from the future.
Yeah, hello, fans from the future, and obviously we'll also get a bitch made emote. Let's get on that one. Let's get bitch made up there. Anyway, so what I quickly realized was the guy I'd given the swimming pool to was like, I don't know, for want of a better, he was a bit of a moron, like, and what he did was, like, I was telling Sam about this. So we're having a break. We had a cup of tea, made us all a cup of tea, and he said, "Oh, you've got to see this. You've got to see this." And I was like, "Oh, what's this like?" And he went, "Oh, well, there's this fucking," and it was some boomer Facebook page. Right, where it was all
is it politics or something?
No, it's worse, way worse. It's like and it's like, I don't know, the premise, the gimmick of the Facebook account is
so cringy. Come on.
Oh, it's really bad. Like, so the gimmick of the account is like, basically it's a guy going, hello, I'm a spiffing Brit, but he does commentary over like clips of like people falling off their bike.
Right, okay.
Porn. No, but like, it's mad, right? So he goes, "Hey, come have a look at this." So I'm watching it, right? And it's some guy going, "Hello, everyone. Welcome to my Facebook page."
I recommend this though.
I don't know, right? So he's just showing it me on his phone, right? And he goes like, "Watch this." And then it's like, "Oh, some fat bird falls off a bike," and the guy goes, "Oh, you should have not had that white wine spritzer for lunch, Martha, or whatever." But then it just immediately segues into a giant knob. Just jetting, like just porn.
You know, I don't know if people in America will have this like cultural reference, because I'm not actually sure in that sense. Obviously, I've never grew up in America, so this is one of those areas where I haven't seen it in movies, so I don't know. But in the UK, that is like a classic sign that, first of all, you're not only working with someone who's like brutally working class, like they aren't even aware there is a class system. They just think this is the world. Like, even worse than that, like they're like fucking gnomes in Santa's workshop. You know, they're just doing their job. Like, that's it. But you know that you've entered into that world when like there's not even an attempt at some decorum or class. No. It's just straight into like, have a look at that girl getting ragged up the ass. Like, fucking hell, mate, we're in a pub. And like being inappropriate anyway. Like, let's just keep porn off the table in our relationship.
Yeah, I've just met you. So anyway, so it's just a knob, just doing knob things, and he's like chuckling away, and of course, like the guy doing the commentary is going, "Well, you can see he had his cornflakes." Then it segued, and speaking of cornflakes or whatever, it then segued to an old man like having a dump on like on a plate of spaghetti. Yeah, and I'm looking at this guy like thinking, you've got to be out of your motherfucking mind doing this to me. Like, have I hired you to do a job? Have I hired you to do a job? I don't want this.
You shouldn't have made him your mate. You think
so? So anyway, I'm going like, yeah, that's fucking great. That is like, yeah, Like, just absolutely dead inside, like, can't believe. It's like 7 a.m. as well. I've had like 3-4. I've got a minging hangover because the lads took us out the night before to celebrate stuff turning up. I don't even know what that was, but whatever.
Noel Gallagher is exactly what you'd think like all the movies would be about a songwriter. Like, it's a guy from a working class background, doesn't even know the chords or music or anything. He just picked it up, just learned it. It just comes from it, speaks from his heart. His words are very simple, but they're obviously like iconic, anthemic. He's clearly tapped in. So he's sort of like he's a bard. He's a folk magician, as it were, right? Then his brother, all I'll do is I'll just give you a quote that Noel Gallagher said about his own brother. He obviously knows him very well. He just said, "He's a man with a fork in a world full of soup."
That's pretty good, isn't it?
That is a fucking burning off.
What a quote that is.
That's got to, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think ESIC's such a good initiative that actually the 90s dance group, The Shaman, should come out and do a song called ESIC, which is like ESIC, chain coaches can suck a dick.
Nice.
There you go. Good reference there for everyone who's about 38 or something.
So anyway,
and enjoyed the early 90s club scene.
So mate, pills ain't the same. All full of smack now. Anyway, move on.
That's what makes them good.
Yeah, no, you into all that downers and lean. You want that lean all the time.
Like, as you're saying, the reason why we, Richard, hypothetically in a video game would try a pill, we'd all want that first one, where it's the religious experience. Someone goes, "Watch out, mate, these are full of rat poison." He goes, "What, free? They're free? Jokes on them."
Yeah, jokes on them. I love rat poison.
Exactly.
All right, anyway.
You are Smoothie's over there in the corner. Oh, help. I think I need a job.
You OD.
Like, someone give him mouth to mouth. Oh, he's dying still. Shit, help.
Anyway,
Whatever.
You know, we got fucking MIBR aren't even a team, are they? I mean, have you seen the results they've had, by the way, Duncan?
But this way, some guy made a Reddit thread, and basically they'd won like against like half of them were nobodies, and then the losses were unreal. I'm not talking about one or two. We talk about like the Whizclair, Krakauer. No, like you won't even believe, guys, the people that beat. That's why I said that tweet. Is there a team that couldn't beat MIBR?
They lost to that Copenhagen Flames team that were like 82nd in the world.
The one that sold the two good players.
The one who I beat on Face It, mate. I'm better than MIBR. I've beat fucking two Copenhagen Flames. Get wrecked.
As if he's just dropped that. I beat you.
No, we talked about it on BTM before.
That's when they might actually retire, is when they lose like a practice game online, and then Sam just like retags like LOL Bainlaw, like, yeah, wait, is that the? And he's like, get wrecked, dickheads.
I just like the way he did it there. It was like that voice of that fucking, we got you sucking on a dildo, mate. Classic bit of banter that. Look it up, guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about. And then I passed like some standardized test where I would have had a free scholarship to one of the best private schools in Britain. But if I'd gone,
you'd have been bummed.
Yeah.
True, by the way. So he just didn't like
it. No, but like, I mean, I always say when I tell the story, I just wanted to stay with my mates and that. But obviously, fear of the bumming was because I mean that's what you know what was going on at them schools. So I said, well, I'm going to give that one a miss.